Welcome to day 311 of TFIF 365. And as you can tell by the lipstick, I'm feeling myself today. Today is the election in the US. And at this point, I don't even care. I've done all I could do, right? We've done all we could do. Right now, we're at, this morning I woke up and was thinking about, it's my Super Bowl. But then I was talking to someone, and this is what things look like to me and why I'm easy. I'm joyful. I'm beyond optimistic. I'm certain that things are moving in the direction of supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free. It's either going to move in that direction the hard way or the easy way. And so I was talking to someone, and I came up with this story, which was like, okay, this is a good little analogy. So if you know anything about Atlanta, you know we have Grady Hospital. That is the Southeast preeminent trauma teaching hospital. If your ass is gonna die in the Southeast, you want to get to Grady Hospital. And so I was thinking about what's been going on and the transition and what we've been experiencing. And so I see, I was trying to where people fit, and I see Biden as he's a triage. He's the tourniquet, right? He is the Grady Hospital. When you're about to die, when you're dying, you want someone to stop the blood. You want someone to stabilize you. That's what the Biden administration was. It was not to treat. It was to ensure that the patient did not die. So now we're at the part where we're in the elevator and we're taking the patient to the surgery, right? At this point, we don't know if the surgeon is going to be someone who believes in the collective, someone who says they believe in diversity, inclusion, that it's all about community, and has welcomed the coalition of the wounded. Or is the surgeon going to be a Trump, the person who delights in chaos and destruction, right? So the patient is not even at the surgery yet. We're in the elevator, and we need to figure out, when we get there, we will learn who the surgeon is. That is what today and the next few days, however long this thing is to determine who the surgeon is. Now, based on that surgeon, will help us kind of predict some of the outcomes on what the post-op is going to look like. Someone who believes in supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free, even if they're not using those words, their patient would have a different outcome post-op than a person who delights in chaos and destruction. As the person, we don't even know who the surgeon is, the post-op, the ICU, whatever. We don't know any of that yet. But for me, when I can see who the surgeon is, I can then make a strategy for what to do with the patient next, right? Was the surgeon careful, deliberate, disciplined, or was it chaotic? Those outcomes are going to be different for the patient. And so that's how I see this. And regardless, my job is to keep the patient healthy and alive as long as I'm here. My job is to keep the patient healthy and alive, to get the patient to exit the hospital and have a healthy life. And that is what the future is free is. That is what supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free is. I've given up too much in my life to turn back. So I'm doing this work. It's just a matter of figuring out what the patient is going to be like when they get to this, when they're with the surgeon and their post-op. And based on what that is, I will make a determination. I will move forward. I will come up with a strategy. We will move forward. Again, it's a determination if it's going to be the hard way or the easy way, but it has to be the way, right? It is the way. And so I'm optimistic. I'm happy. Regardless, I know I've done what I could to bring good white folks to an understanding of how they not only are complicit in the harm of white supremacy and anti-blackness, but they're also harmed and negatively impacted by white supremacy and anti-blackness. And it's only through these marginalized folks can you also gain your liberty, your freedom, because you're not free either. Also want to remember, this is me remembering, that tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the link is in the bio. I will be hosting a Kim Creighton's Community Cafe election edition. So we'll just be on there chit-chatting on this Discord server. We'll just be, hopefully we can play, it can be fun. My hope is where we can go through this together and not feel alone, and the coalition of the wounded can come together and experience this and figure out the strategy for what to do post-op. So until next time, peace. Hope to see you tonight. Become a sustaining sponsor at kimcreighton.com/support-the-work and help make this work happen.